Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Snags a quick pass on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. That 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Man, this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on 3rd down to extend, scramble, and go.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. getting set for first down. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. Now improvising. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Miller. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such a smart play.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Man, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing on this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Haynes. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The throw. He makes a catch. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Going for the big play. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the red zone, it's Judkins. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State, 14, Alabama.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off and just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back.
Hey, we got a pick 6, baby.
He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
9-0, baby. We head to the playoffs. We head to the playoffs. We head into the playoffs, baby. We head into the playoffs. One remaining. Uh-oh, let's see how we do. Let's play ball.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Ibuka. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Howard. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Part of the backfield, it's Taylor. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Makes his connection. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Of 13. It's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They keep attacking through the air. And that ball is picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Setting up the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
The safeties are usually the quarterbacks of the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down in the box and making big tackles, but they also do a great job in the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football, getting the big INT.
Gets it out quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it.
Oh, What a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Well, as a quarterback, you know, if you put the ball anywhere near this guy, anywhere in his vicinity with his catch radius and his athleticism, he's going to be able to snag it. They weren't able to hit him in stride, but he bails his quarterback out with an awesome diving catch.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes, and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Power football with the run. On the move at the 30. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, is to try and get the ground game established, David. And they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Nussmeier coming after it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
That's caught. It's Durham. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because you're confident throwing the ball over the middle of the field.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Got it! Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to keep moving. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, LSU 14, Ohio.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And he grabs it at the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU quick to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Looking for room. It's Durham. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, and tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Touchdown LSU! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air, it's Howard. He's taking a deep shot. Reels it in down the left side. Bringing the heat. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's James. I know he thinks he can house every... Sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here for the offense. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Working that left side now. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Whittington. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
The offense set for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
Looking to pass. It's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to get behind the defense. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They want to see if they can score the deuce. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to pass, it's Howard. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Line getting set on second down. They'll try the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 20, he's got space. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, doesn't he? Makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Now on second down after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll throw it on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
As a quarterback, it's never fun getting hit, but it always feels a little bit better when you're able to complete a strike down the field. Nice shot.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. He's going to pass. He wants to take the top off. Touchdown, Oregon! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They got the touchdown, but now they want the two to tie this baby up.
What?
Using the quick game. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Got his man quickly. Smashes ahead. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. It's Howard. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Fires downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Makes a connection. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. The corners are walked up tight. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. He's going up top. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
He's looking to pass. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide out in motion. On second down, just keeps firing. They're bringing heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Finds his tight end. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To throw, it's Howard. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Quick strike complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 3rd and goal coming up here. Dropping back, it's Howard. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Pulls it in on the left. Line gets set. 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 35.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense.
Hit the afterburners, kid.
Jeremiah Smith.
He's at the 20.
Best
Slippery
receiver.
slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
First down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He wants to throw it again. And
Saw
that one
that
is
coming.
picked off in the end zone.
Saw that coming.
And after the interception
Saw
and the
that
turnover,
coming.
this defense has set its offense up for business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Fights off the defender. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking for room. It's Judkins. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Feeling some heat. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. to the air. It's Gabriel. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route.
Should
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. To crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, a short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 in any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. To the air. It's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fires to the wideout. Picked off.
You don't see me.
And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They got with the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Fine.
Gonna let it fly. He's got it on the right. Running through contact. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. He's got it on the right. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Direct snap.
See, I just
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Using his legs, it's Henderson. At midfield, he's got room. Afterburners coming. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Got his man down the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. End zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive,
sorry, I gotta see a comment.
aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Still on his feet.
What the f...
He'll pull it down and
What?
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet.
Jalen Milroe just broke 3
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
3 tackles.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after.
3 of them boys, Chad. He just broke 3 tackles like it was nothing. 3 of them boys, Chad. He just broke 3 tackles like it was nothing.
Not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
I saw that.
And the ball is intercepted.
I saw that. I saw that.
Taking it the other way. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll go to the ground. Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Number 1 in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Coming after him. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man. Quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Moves around to clear up the vision. Complete.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left, because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
I'll take a 3. I just won't allow a touchdown here, man. I just don't, no touchdown. I'll take a 3.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On fourth down, trying to find his man. The completion well past the sticks. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. He's looking to throw it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. There's a timeout call. This offense.
Oh my God! I could have sacked him with 1 second left.
Of the first
oh
half,
my
and they'll try to
God!
put up 3. Quick timeout by the
He
defense.
was
They're
able
trying
to
to make
drop
sure
in 1
everyone
second.
has the same
Really?
call. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A
He got some balls
46-yarder
in.
from the left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On second down, they'll take to the air. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. And he's going to score. Touchdown tie.
Man, how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And he makes the extra point. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive limits.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that tape. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Howard. A strike downfield.
Way to go, boy.
Crosses the 30.
Way to
He's
go,
got a
boy.
lead.
Way to go, boy.
Touchdown, Buckeyes. They take the lead with the 6.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Off the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Give a lot of credit to the defense on this one. They were able to generate a pass rush, force the quarterback to move off of his spot, and that definitely affected his accuracy. That's a big reason why that throw was incomplete.
Wide open downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown.
This is supposed to be the real score.
What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Saw that. Oh!
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Looking for the big tight end. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
I'm really that now. On Heisman. I'm really that now. On Heisman. They got 2-0. Yeah, Sersky, 33 in the world. So I representing 72% of the league. Yeah, 33 in the world. 72%.
Texas. home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going over the top. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
It's so nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Buys a little time with his feet. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. Blasted as he lets it go. No way.
He about to go put in Arch. He about to go put in Arch. He said, Arch Manning, it's time. He said, Arch Manning, it's time.
Incomplete.
That one is he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Ready?
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Golden. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting huge conversion.
Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down.
Crossing. Catch it.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away.
You're not going to catch it. Get out the way.
And
Somebody's going to catch
2nd
it.
down for this offense.
What a great job defending the comeback there by the defender, right? He was able to squat, transition, break on the ball, and knock it down.
See what I mean?
And that pass picked
Easy.
off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
On the move, it's Henderson. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Easy money.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. They make the stop, and that'll... From inside the 10, here he comes. They make the stop, and that'll...
They said, damn, you busting his ass.
To a close.
I became impressive to the game. I became impressive to the game.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
21-0 by the 1st quarter. Good God.
Looking to move it through the air.
I saw that shit. Oh my God. Oh my God.
They got him down pretty quickly,
Oh
but they're
my
set up
God.
now at the 21-yard line.
Arch
Well,
Manning
that's the
is terrible.
second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the
Arch Manning
defense
is
right now and
terrible.
the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several
What a
breaks on the
stop.
football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
The
I'm
Buckeyes
doing
will
this
try
on
to put
Heisman,
one on
ladies
the
and
board on
gentlemen.
1st and
This
goal.
is not All-American. This is
They get
Heisman
him on
level.
the ground at the
I just
3-yard
got
line,
that
but this
good.
defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer.
After playing the 26th best player in the world, I've been unstoppable since.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open,
I know that
just
looks like at
throw
the
this
top.
thing away. You don't want to take a sack,
I know that looks like
lose
at the top.
extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the point.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Ohio State 27, Texas 0.
You can have that little shit.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle, it's held. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big
I don't
bodies
know why
there.
he won't
And he
quit,
stopped
chat.
from getting
Honestly,
the first
I
down.
don't know why he won't quit.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the air, it's Manning. Getting speed. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
I saw that too.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Golden.
Could've got
Ripping
off
off
my
a
block
good
and got
chunk
that.
inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Ohio State.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
A nice job on this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And the extra point is good. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. They're trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels...
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his man in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort, getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. Right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's held. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. It's caught. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Golden. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They're going to throw it again. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's Manning. Another interception.
I knew it was coming.
That is his 4th of the
Knew it
day.
was coming, Chet.
And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boys, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Throwing right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He chucks one out to the right. Oh,
That's
he
pretty.
gets downfield for the big
That's
catch.
pretty.
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
Ooh, cross
It's
one.
Tate.
That
At the 45
Got it.
on his way.
17, I see you, baby.
He's off to the races. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the red zone, looking for a space.
Fuck.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical. Precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
A first down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw on second down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 34, Texas 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break.
42 Spider.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Pocket starts to collapse.
Good job.
And the
Good
quarterback
job.
runs out of time,
Arch
and down he
Manning.
goes at the 38.
Arch Manning.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming.
I was going to pick that off. Y'all saw
Ball
that.
never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking a quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He makes the catch.
Well,
They'll get the
I made it
first
to the
down.
next
It's
county.
spotted on the 49.
The first down is in the next county. I'm going to the next
Distances
county.
on defense. You want to be a great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut.
He's going for the big play. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Feeling some heat. Dances away. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A third and long coming up here. Wide out in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
That's
All kinds
pretty.
of room to throw that one
That's
in
just
there.
pretty play calling,
And you
Bill.
can see the offense just
This is pretty play
feeling
calling,
itself.
Bill.
They've got it down to the 21.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
Looking for the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And they did tack on the extra point. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Catch in the middle, it's Bond. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. He's looking for a man on second down. Quickly complete. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but
going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking to pass. It's Howard. Trying to get to him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Going deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Going up top on first down. Got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play.
That was my biggest and greatest win on Heisman today.
Dominant. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pulling on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
33, 72. Yes, sir. Ski. 72. Yes, sir. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be back, chat. I'm gonna be back.